Hello guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe if you haven't done so yet, and also join me at Juca Nery, my group at Facebook, and check out my website. All links are in the description below. So today I'm demo reviewing the FORTIN Nameless Suite plugin. Alright, this is as you guys can see from the layout, kind of reminds me of a Marshall, but it's a nameless plugin, so I don't know what amp they're using. So what you have first is this pedal, the grind from FORTIN as well, where you have just one on and off switch, and then you can control the amount of probably preamp or something like boost, a lot of distortion, of course. Then you have the amp by itself. It's resizable, which is kind of cool. See? And also one important aspect, I decided to make this video because there's a lot of hype on the web talking about this plugin, and I've seen a lot of reviews like from Ola England and other guys, and get the Spectre Sound Studios also, and so I decided to try it out. So you have an input knob, a gate, you have the choice to put it in mono or stereo, and put it in mono, oversampling, high or normal. Then you have your presets, but I think since this is a demo, it doesn't have no presets. I don't know about that. Even up here, no presets at all. And this is a trial version that usually has 15 days. Yeah, yes, 15 days to download, so I think you should download this and try for yourself. Then you have the cabinet, and I think this is where the magic happens, okay? And on the top you have everything as well. Then you can choose on the left and the right speaker of the cabinet what kind of microphones you want. Okay, so there's the internal microphones, as you guys can see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 microphones for each cone or speaker. And then you can also load your IR impulse responses, which is really cool. I think this plugin is a little bit aimed for heavy metal and stuff like that, or hard rock. I don't know if you can get blue sound out of this or not. We're gonna try that. You can also pan the cabinet, the signal left and right, and this is where stereo comes along. You have the distance, mic level, pan, and you can choose phase if you have phase issues. And also you can choose to turn off one of the sides, so you just play with one speaker. All these controls, by just clicking and grabbing the microphone, you can do it all by yourself, see? So distance, all these knobs are moving around. So I'm using this dynamic 421, and I'm using here, right on the cone, and I'm using this SM57 up here, okay? Not going to change much around. This is how I usually put my microphones on amp sims and even in real life. And let's hear the sound, how it sounds. So I think this has a lot of distortion to start with. I'm with my Les Paul on the bridge pickup, which is Classic Plus on the bridge and the Classic 57 normal on the neck pickup. So let me tune this to D, drop D. Now on the neck pickup, I think this was meant just for the bridge pickup, you know, because it sounds really heavy. So you have here, this is a little bit hard to read, full gain, the little, so I'm going to resize it a little bit. Okay. Then you have presence, bass, middle, treble, and gain 2 and gain 1. So you can choose also the low output and the high output. Okay, so on the low output, and the pedal is not even engaged, you have a lot of distortion. Anyway, I saw on the web someone asking if this could sound like a Marshall Plexi. Well, I don't know. Let's increase the treble, see what it does. It works. Mids also work on the bass. Very stupid metal tone. Let's check out how it sounds. This is on the low. Let's put it on the high. Of course, you need some mids because you lost it in a mix. I cannot show you guys right now within a mix, but I'll do that later probably. So I'm gonna stick this to 12 o'clock. Yeah, double click and it goes to 12 o'clock. All the gain, presence, and this is just to turn on and off the amp. So let's see how it sounds on the bridge pickup right now. It's distortion clipping a little bit here, so let's turn down this. Okay, now let's engage the grind, okay? So the sound changing drastically. Without it. With it. There's a lot of bass that went gone, so let's try to compensate that on the amp. Okay, so I have quite amount of distortion going on. Let's mess around a little bit with the microphones. For a warmer tone, probably. Probably with higher output pickups and probably more metal pickups, you get a better tone. Let's put this here. Let's see if we're losing some of the. Try the phase. See, they are in phase. Let's switch to another microphone. Yes, I guess I gained a little bit more bass again. Let's put this in stereo and see if this works. Pan one left and one right. I don't know if I'm wrong, but I cannot hear any difference. Maybe because I have to put the plugin on a stereo track instead of a mono one. But for now, it's doing absolutely nothing. All right, probably it's my mistake, user mistake. Let's go to the amp again because I see that, or going to the pedal, the bass went completely lost. Lots of distortion. Let's turn it off. Just see the difference on the bass. Yeah, the bass is going completely out when I engage the grind. So I think it's not supposed to happen, or you can, compensate here. But I'm going to put the bass on max and increase a bit the gain here and decrease on the pedal to see what happens. Off. Let's see. It makes some sounds because it's really tightening up the low end. On those heavy gent mixes and stuff like that, you really don't need that low end on all guitars. I mean, in terms of feeling, to me, it feels like a real amp. So I understand the hype. But one thing I don't understand is the fact that there are other plugins that basically do the same. I mean, this is more towards heavy metal, and I get it. But you can have this kind of, at least for me, feeling playing like a regular normal amp from, let's say, Amplitude 4, or one of the best that I use is actually, for me at least, Scuffman, S-Gear 2. Is very similar to a real amp. So I think it is, I don't know, I can understand the hype because it's really towards the metal people. And I love metal, don't get me wrong, but I think in a mixed situation you can have this sound even with that Emissary free plugin and their free cabinets and all stuff like that. So I don't know, this costs around $99 or euros. It does sound good anyway, so let me try another thing. Go back to standard. Without the grind. I try to grind on. Yeah, it really tightens up the bass, and you get that kind of Pantera sound. If you mute, but palm mute, but a lot of strength. Yeah, so this is my demo review of this plugin, and I think it's worth the price anyway, and they'll have probably future upgrades on this as well. But if you want a high gain plugin, and you want to play metal with, I think, any kind of guitar, this is a good thing for you. And you also can load your impulse responses, which is a plus. And so, I get the hype, and at the same time, I don't, because there are others that do the same, but this one is not very expensive. So go try it for yourself. Take a drive into it and see how it suits you. So guys, hope you like this demo review of the FORTIN Nameless Suite plugin. And check out my other videos and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't done so yet. Thanks for watching, and cheers.